Welcome back. This is Alexia again, and welcome to part 4 of the mentor training. And this focuses on professional mentoring. Now, professional mentors are typically reserved for our junior students and up, although we do have some situations where students who are freshmen or either sophomores who will need juniors. But this is why that we wait to reserve the professional mentors. So when students enter the 11th grade, typically they start taking the college courses that are directly related to the degree track they chose. Earlier in the moments, they're taking prerequisites, but now they're actually getting into the nursing programs or the physical therapy programs that they chose. And what we have found is that it can get really rocky during this time. The courses start to get harder for the students, and they really start having a hard time really balancing being a high school student, a college student, and a young adult. So because of that, we really want our professional mentors to really step in around this time. And professional mentors specifically help students build communication skills and relationships with adults who can help them envision themselves in their future careers. Because when it gets tough, they want to be able to have those individuals that they can look up to. They can see themselves in you. They can see that, okay, my mentor is a nurse, that if I hang in there, I can be a nurse too. The professional mentors are most often in the careers that are offered by P-TECH. So as a professional mentor, we try to connect students who are interested in respiratory therapy with respiratory therapists, surgical technology, students with surgical techs, etc. However, a lot of times professional mentors can be in other healthcare adjacent occupations that are not exact to what the student is taking. Now, how do we go about getting you set up for a professional mentor? Of course, you're going to do that survey that everyone is required to take. And then once you complete the background check and all the necessary steps, as well as the training, which you are doing right now, you will be notified by P-TECH about a student who is entering a career track. You will be introduced to the student by email and given the student's contact information so you can start communication. Now, one of the things that we have are professional mentors and students do, and this is actually a new undertaking. The students are going to be tasked with completing an assignment that is related to their future career goals. We really want professional mentors to not only help students see what's only in front of them, but what their options are in the future and over the next 10 years. So on a monthly basis, we're going to be asking our students to communicate with you either through video or voice message to complete this particular assignment. We don't want this to be something done through text or by email. We want it to be something that's voice, video, so you can really get to know the student and the communication comes through as good as communication can occur in the midst of this pandemic. There will be also opportunities for you to connect with your mentee and other P-TECH students during virtual social events. Now, of course, in the past, we've always had these in person. This is where you see a lot of these amazing photos from. This was pre-COVID. We are still trying to work out how this looks post-COVID. We're definitely open to suggestions. If you have anything that students might take an interest in that we can all attend as a group virtually, let us know. We have been struggling with keeping them from getting Zoom fatigue. So although we are working towards this, we just want you to keep in mind that they aren't fully up and running, but we hope that it will occur sooner or later. Now, something important to keep in mind, this is very much the same as what we mentioned with the academic mentors. Students may or may not be responsive immediately. That's just how young people operate. This is kind of weird to have to make these relationships with adults that they don't even know, especially adults that they can't meet face to face because of COVID. So just be aware, this can be strange for students and they may not seem enthused even when you do speak to them. It might seem that they're a little apathetic or indifferent. Just do not take personally if a student is not being responsive or if you don't connect right away. Again, a lot of times you'll start feeling that if there's something that you're doing wrong, do not take it personally. Just understand that that just comes with the game. Building a relationship online is very difficult. So hang in there, give yourself some grace as well as give your students some grace. Now, these are some other things that you can consider as a professional mentor. You might help students connect to other opportunities or other individuals in the fields they want to enter. It's not uncommon that a student who is getting a degree through P-TECH has bigger aspirations. They might want to go into real estate after P-TECH. They might want to become veterinarians. They might want to become business owners. They have a lot of different interests. So if that is something that you know that your student is interested in, don't be afraid to connect them to opportunities, other resources that will help them stay focused, all the while helping them to remember that getting that associate's degree will be a step in the right direction. We're also really looking for virtual shadowing opportunities as well as virtual work visits. This was one of the biggest hits that we had because of COVID, because typically our students would be able to visit their mentors at their work sites. We would have trips to the different hospitals, etc. We lost a lot of that, and we really want to see if we can recreate those opportunities virtually. So as a professional mentor, we hope that you can find a way to let students see virtually what you are doing. Of course, protecting patient confidentiality, but it might be something as simple as staff meetings. It might be something as simple as showing students equipment that you use in a virtual manner. And then finally, we hope that if you build a strong enough relationship with your mentee, that you can serve as a reference for them. Again, all students are entitled to an internship through P-TECH. And so perhaps you can be one of their recommenders for the internships. After they graduate, we hope that you could be a recommender for a job. Maybe you might even know of a job in your department or another department that you can connect the students to. Again, professional mentors are all about providing students access that they might not necessarily have otherwise. And that's it on the professional mentoring part. So we're moving right along. Please go to part 5 of the mentor training, and this is about communication guidelines. I'll see you there.